Hello! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everyone. How are you all doing today? I don't know why I built that. It's a whiz. Real question, Dark. Because you were pretty quick on like the join stream, hey whiz. Be real with me. I go live. You join the chat. You join the stream. You say, hey whiz. How long do you sit there if I never like unmute my mic? Like how long would you sit with the stream sitting at the starting screen, like starting soon screen, before you would just be like, I don't know that he's coming? Like how long would you sit there and wait before you were just like, all right, I'm gonna get out of here, I guess? I was wondering that. I was like, if anyone ever comes in who's like waiting for the stream, if I was to go live and just sit on the starting soon, like say I was just sitting on this screen, mic muted, music is playing, but like I never unmute and be like, whoa, welcome to, like, an hour? You'd sit there an hour? That's pretty crazy. That was crazy once. Hey, welcome to the stream, everyone. Did you know you forgot music today? It's playing. Can you not hear the music? The music is playing. No, you can't hear it? What? You trolling me? Are you about to make me like blow out your eardrums by turning up this music? Like what? I'm gonna listen. Oh, well, maybe I'm gonna listen to my own. Wait, is the YouTube? Oh, wait, there it is. I'm gonna listen. I can hear it so well on YouTube. I'm gonna open up Twitch because this could be a issue with maybe OBS. This could be an issue with OBS, maybe. No, I think you're trolling me. I can hear it perfectly fine. I think you're trolling me. You just made me do all that to make me look funny, to make me look silly, and it's all perfectly there. You don't hear music on YouTube? Okay. Alright. Okay. I can hear it perfectly fine on both platforms. So, I was talking about yesterday, during the Town of Salem stream. I guess just to give like a little bit of background. I'm honest, you don't hear it at all? That's crazy. I just turned it up a little bit, but like I could hear it on all platforms. So, pre-rotation, the deck that I was all about was Miraidon. Good old Dawn. I loved this deck so much. I am so sad it rotated out because I was really good at piloting it. I had played it for so long that I just knew the ins and outs of it so well that it wasn't even funny. I won a challenge with it, going undefeated, and the weekend before rotation, no, not the weekend before rotation, 2 weeks before rotation, because the weekend before rotation I was fully focused on rotation since I was going to Atlanta. 2 weeks before rotation, I took it, and I got second place at a cup with Dawn. I was so ecstatic. I had a really bad final matchup, but I did the best that I could. I got second place with Dawn, and I loved it. Dawn is kind of back, because even in, like, you could have argued that was a toolbox deck, very similar to how this is being framed as a Joltik box deck. You could also frame this as Miraidon. Miraidon was, to a degree, a toolbox deck. I just don't know why the name Dawn stuck, because for the most part, this is the same, similar build, except what this is called instead is the Joltik box. Joltiks is our main setup here. We are not using the electric generators. Instead, We're using Joltiks to power up our Pokemon. So before we get into actually looking, you don't understand these words? That's okay. I don't understand half the words I say either. So before we jump too deeply into actually playing here, let's actually take a look at why this deck is kind of making its semi-comeback here. So looking at LimitlessTCG.com for all tournament stuff, we can look at the most recent regional here, where you can see this Joltik box placed 7th overall, and then I think it also placed, it placed 31st as well, 39th, 57th, and 62. That's 4 in the top 64, which percentage-wise is not a ton, but still, it's there. So a toolbox deck basically means it is a TCG deck that has, to break it down, a bunch of different tools, a bunch of different attackers, a bunch of different ways to get to the end of the game. So like Dragapult, for instance, not a toolbox deck. Your attacker is Dragapult. You do also have Budu, who is an attacker, but your main attacker is Dragapult. Gardevoir, you could argue, is a bit of a toolbox deck because it has a couple different attackers, but it only has like 2, maybe 3, depending on the matchup, that you primarily use. Raging Bolt is your attacker. You have other attackers you will use, like you might attack with Ogerpon in certain situations, you might attack with a Slitherwing in certain situations, but Raging Bolt is your attacker. Whereas a toolbox deck has multiple attackers. So the 7th place list here, Joltik is of course the setup Pokemon. Its whole thing, Jolting Charge for 1 energy, search your deck for 2 basic grass and 2 basic electric energies and attach them to your benched Pokemon however you want. And in doing so, you're able to set up some quick follow-up turn attacks, such as setting up your Iron Hands to be able to do an Ampy Very Much to take an additional prize card if you're within that 120 range, 140 if you attach the Future Booster Energy Capsule, which adds 20 damage for future Pokemon, or potentially put the energy onto a Pikachu so you can get off a Topaz Bolt, or even putting something, one onto Clefairy in a certain, if you're like going up against Dragapult maybe. I don't know, there's a lot of different ways that Joltiks can accelerate some energy, which is why typically that's who we're going to see going out turn 1. Maractus is one that a lot of people don't super love. It's the 7th place list has it, so you'll see it a lot. I currently have it in my 60 just because it is situationally interesting for its corner attack, whereas it does 20 damage and the defending Pokemon can't retreat. It's a good stall tactic. I don't know if we need it. I think tonight is going to be a really good feel for me for if I feel like I need it or not. But I am not playing this exact 60. I've already changed up the deck a little bit. But something else that we can look at, if we go to tournaments and we go to the City Leagues is basically a bunch of different tournaments that are happening over in Japan. Japan is one format ahead of us almost always. So Destined Rivals, which comes out for us in May, which also for background, if you're new to the Pokemon TCG, Destined Rivals for us is the next set. It's the Team Rocket set. For Japan, it was released in 2 separate sets. That tends to be how it goes. Japan gets 2 small sets, and then we in America get the 2 sets combined into a singular set. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I don't know what it is. So Japan just got the Team Rocket half of Destined Rivals this past, 2 weeks ago? 1 week ago? I don't know. So it's legal now. So we're starting to see gameplay with that. Now, you can't always trust the Japan meta. It's slightly different, and something to keep in mind with Japan is all of these City Leagues are all best of 1 tournaments. So some decks are going to do incredible here because they get really lucky matchups or they're really good in a best of 1. But some of these decks would never do well at like a regional or like NAIC because those are best of 3 formats. So that's something else to keep in mind. What about the European leagues? European leagues tend to be, I believe, in line with the US. I think Japan is the only league, or is the only set that's different, and that's because that's just where the base of Pokemon is. Can't get into a single casual match. Honestly, if you just want to get your challenges done, I would say jump into a ranked match. There's really no giant difference playing ranked versus playing casual, other than you're going to see people play more meta decks. But for the most, I mean, it's pretty easy to get the challenges done because a lot of them are pretty self-sufficient. It's not normally like win a game, like depending on what the challenges are. I'm not even looking at the challenges right now because I've already completed my whatever the thing is for this set, which actually we just updated, so maybe there's a new one right now. The battle pass. No, we do not have a new battle pass right now. But yeah, so all that in mind with the Japan leagues, for the city leagues, you can still look at some of their 60s and get ideas, and you can see this Joltik box, which we're going to see a couple different ways that it's shown over here. The two Pokemon under winner here typically are just the two big Pokemon from the deck. So like this is a Raging Bolt. It's got Raging Bolt and Teal Mask. We'll see Miraidon and Pikachu. We'll see Miraidon and Iron Hands. We'll see Iron Hands and Pikachu. All of these are just different versions of the Joltik box deck that we are playing today. It's just different ways that Limitless tends to show. Even this one right here, Iron Hands. No, this is Future Box, actually. I lied. I thought that was Iron Leaves. That is Iron Crown. That's a different deck entirely. We're not talking about that deck at all. But yeah, so there are a couple different ways, Miraidon and Iron Hands here, and it's all the same deck. Different people are playing it in different ways. This person is playing Squawkabilly in it. I don't think Squawkabilly is very good in this one because I feel like you get enough cards, and Squawkabilly, I think you're going to end up throwing away more than what you want to throw away. But it is pretty useful to be able to look at it to see how other people are playing to get us some ideas. Like this person is playing the Power Glass. I think the Power Glass is pretty solid. I've added it into my 60 to get an idea. I think it's really good on Pikachu because Power Glass at the end of your turn attach a basic energy from your discard pile to your active to active spot if the Pokemon in active has this, which basically just means Pikachu uses 3 energy to attack. You discard those 3 energy, and then the Power Glass activates, and you attach one of those energy back. Next turn, you Crispin 2 energy out, and you attack again, which is pretty solid. But yeah, so that is a lot of yapping about this Joltik's box deck, which is what we're going to be trying out today, what we're going to be playing around with. The Battle Pass is over in 5 weeks, so actually I don't know what the update was today. Because there was just downtime for an update. I don't know what it was. Pokemon, TCG, Live. I'm pretty sure they put out release notes. That we can go look up here. Yeah, they posted in the Pokemon community. How do I go to the discussions? Where is it? Okay, here we go. Version 1.25 patch notes. So what they just updated to the game today. Major updates to the first time user experience. That's cool. All battles been reflects new rotation. Okay, so this is just fixing. Oh, is this fixing test stuff? That's nice. For the first time, players receive new starter decks. Yeah. Fixed an issue allowing Iono's Kilowattrel to be used whenever there are no cards in deck. Fixed an issue using slow boost strange behavior. Cool, cool, cool. Adjusted ranked ladder evo based on behavior trends. Don't care about that. Intent to increase the odds over time that newer players will be matched appropriately against similarly skilled players. That's nice. Introduced a third daily quest. Quests are more rewarding. Quests are worth not 100 points. Fixed an issue where disabling match timers in front match wasn't working. Hey, that was useful because we did see that not working, which was pretty upsetting. Cool. So actually, not really anything of substance changed today. This stream might not last long, dog. Game is unplayable. What do you mean the game's unplayable? Did this update... What tends to happen when the Pokemon updates, they tend to break the game a lot. Have we broken the game with an update? Because if so... Teal Dance passes the turn? No. No. What? Here, wait. I want to try that real fast. Where's the Pult deck at? No, not a Pult deck. A Bolt deck. Where's the Bolt deck at? That's wild. The lag is bad on stream, or oh, that happened once. The other time it took 1 minute. The other time it took 10 seconds. Like I said, more often than not, they tend to break the game when they update the game. They tend to break the game when they update the game. It might not be bad against AI. You're right, that's true. It may not be. I'm still gonna look just to see, because it'll be funny if it does. Luckily, the decks we're playing tonight will not be you're kidding me. What? Alright, I just need to increase my chances to I just need to increase my chances to pull. It is very laggy though. The game is very laggy right now. I feel a hotfix coming soon. I imagine TCG Live, because it just came up back within the last hour, so I imagine it'll be going down again. Just wait for an actual ladder game. Oh my gosh. And I already felt like yesterday when I was playing, people were just taking forever on their turns. You're kidding me. Can you just give me... Can you just give me what I want? Yeah, yesterday, people were just taking forever on their turns. And I'm like, what are we doing? Did you just call for a family with a full bench? What a silly AI. What a silly AI. I didn't play this optimally because I was just trying to get a teal mask. How did I not get a teal mask this early? What? Next turn we got it, chat. Next turn we got it. We'll click the teal dance. I imagine if it's happening on live, or if it's happening on ladder, it's happening in AI as well. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I'm just here to teal dance. I'm just here to see what it does. Okay, it's not doing it in AI. So that's interesting. Right? Because you said it does it immediately? Yeah, it has to be a ladder thing. Weird. Weird. But hey, that's good to know, though. That is a bug that is happening. But yeah, Joltik box. That's what we're playing today. I've added both EXP Share and Power Glass to it. I don't know if both make sense in the deck. I don't know if you just need to pick one or the other, but my thought is Power Glass is good to attach to Pikachu if you're attacking with Pikachu throughout the game, like you're going up against a basic deck, like big basics like Raging Bolt, where you're going to want to be attacking with Pikachu multiple times in the game. And then EXP Share is there situationally, but more so if you're planning to attack with multiple Iron Hands. You want a way to be able to move some energy over. But I mean, it could also be relevant in other matchups, but you might not need both of these. Because having 5 tool cards feels kind of not great. So I think this currently is just trying to do too much. Trying to tech for everything. Teching for everything is teching for nothing. I just made that up. That probably isn't a true saying at all. But I want to put both of them in here right now. Just to test. And see how it goes. I still feel like 4 Crispin is really good in this deck because Crispin is the main way you're getting attacks off. Like, it's allowing you to attack with Clefairy, with Galvantula if you need to set up Pikachus, even attacking with like Latios or attacking with Mew. Very important. Again, Maractus back and forth on if it matters. Situationally, it's been helpful with the corner ability, but I could very easily see it dropping. So I think that's kind of what we're hoping to find out tonight. I 1000% think 4 boss and 1 prime is a lot of gust, but I think it's important with this deck because this deck needs to be able to gust stuff around often, which 4 boss and 4 Crispin, that might be too much because you can only use 1 supporter per turn. I don't know. We will, that is why I'm here testing this. That's why I'm playing it. I want this deck to be incredible and beautiful because, like I said, I loved playing Dawn pre-rotation. Dawn was my go-to deck, and I want it to be back. I want it to be back. As well as, like, I'm just thinking ahead because I am going to NAIC. Queues are broken too. Yeah, we might not be doing anything today. But I am going to NAIC. It'll be my first time at NAIC. I mean, I just went to my first regional, 2 weekends ago for the Atlanta regional. So I'm already trying to think. I'm thinking ahead, like, what am I going to play? You're going to NAIC too? That's awesome. We have so much time. We have so much time to figure out what we're going to play. But I'm like, if I start thinking about it now, especially because we aren't like, there's no rotation happening before NAIC. For Atlanta, I had a rotation and everything that I'd been playing was taken away. For this, just new stuff is going to be added from Team Rocket, from Destined Rivals. So we'll see. Probably going to lock it about 2 weeks before. That's what I did for Atlanta. I mean, Golden Go also, I really enjoy playing it right now. Dango Polt. So I don't know. It's definitely going to be, I'm going to lock in a couple weeks before, only grind out that specific deck. The benefit this go round, which I didn't have for Atlanta, was I could really only test on live or with friends. I couldn't go to any challenges or cups because there were no challenges or cups to play in because the rotation didn't happen until the first day of Atlanta. So it made it kind of difficult to be able to test that. Reset client, yeah. I was like, I'm also in Master League, so which also runs slowly for queues, but I'm not that high up in Master League. So we'll reset the game. See if it likes me then. Dango isn't a bad spot, because Dango also has an issue, not even just with Genesect. Genesect does really hurt, though, because Genesect turns off your ability to use Ace Specs. I don't know, just Dingo can be in a rough spot. Dingo is okay, as long as, like, Polt, Guardy, like, those are still at the top. But, I don't know, if a deck like this or other stuff that can set up quickly starts to take meta relevance before then, because like I don't know what any of these Team Rocket decks, anything from Destined Rivals, is going to impact. Your opponent just DC because of how bad the lag was. No, that's not what I want to hear at all. Joltik sets up as quick as Dango, yes. Yes, that is, but Dango requires you to find multiple pieces. What's the backup plan if this breaks? Cry. Because Joltik's, at least from what I've seen, because really all you need to get Miraidon out, and you can set up your Pokemon, and you can hit the Joltik. Okay, let me rephrase. It doesn't have the same setup. Joltik's has a less, bricking capabilities, I would say. Because with Dango, you need to get the Goldango out, you need to get the Evolve, maybe TM Evo to get that up, and then if you don't get, like, if you get, like, the Dude, you're kind of screwed out of doing Energy Search Pro. But I don't think the two are, like, equatable in that sense, because they are pretty similar. What better phrasing is if something that, like, big basics come back, like if Raging Bolt took off again. Joltik Online functions half of the game, it seems. What do you mean by that? Like, that's half of what you're seeing online right now? Do I want to go first? No. No, I do not. No, the deck is very bricky. Yeah. That's fair. Yikes, this is awful. That took so long for it to... I clicked no so long ago. The deck can brick very much. I think there are easier ways to make this deck function. Then... What is this song? I think Dango... Okay, let me position it this way. When Dango bricks, it's a lot more painful than I think a deck like this is. Wow. Yeah, okay, so maybe we aren't streaming this. Maybe we aren't playing this tonight. Maybe we aren't playing TCG tonight. Do I see if going against friends would be better? We can try that. If not, most likely what we'll do is I'll just in-stream, and I'll just stream tomorrow. I'm not currently planning to stream tomorrow, but I might just move this stream to tomorrow. And just stream tomorrow. Which, I mean, the game might not be fixed by tomorrow either. TOS2, no, not really. I'm not really feeling it, Welsh. I have to be in a certain mindset to want to play Town of Salem 2. And that is not the mindset I am in today. You want to test a new deck? What do you want to test right now? We just did Town of Salem yesterday. Okay, this is something I matched into at Atlanta. Dreepy with Frostlast, which I think is interesting. Dreepy with Frostlast, they're probably playing Monkey Dory as well, so they can move their own damage around. Which, again, is interesting. I'd like to keep the rescue board. Probably going to throw away Electric Energy and Psychic Energy. Or I'm not going to do anything at all. Okay, here we go. Because I have Super Rod, so I can get those two back. I don't want to throw away Boss's Orders, because I might need that at some point. But we can get a feel for our deck. Imagine both of our Rhydons were priced, though. So we're gonna Dawn, we're gonna Tandem Unit, get out Joltik, get out Iron Hands. We already got Pikachu down for later. No prized Crispins. Okay, no prized bosses, so throwing away boss wouldn't have been as bad, actually. Super Rods here. And just the 2 energy I threw away. Clefairy box with Cornerstone. Ooh, interesting. This is rough, chat. This is rough. This is rough. That was Luminous Energy, right? Yeah. Luminous Energy sometimes to me looks like, Legacy Energy, but I think Legacy Energy is a little bit more purple. Man, this was such a okay start. This was... Yeah. It shuffled it back into the... It was in my hand. It was in my hand. And it shuffled it back into the deck. Yeah, I was scammed. I was scammed. Alright, well, so let's see if friend battles are broken right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bam. Yo, this Smash song is going... It's going hard. Bum, 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 bum. Move it a little bit faster. That's what a crazy way for it to go. Bum, bum. Sam, welcome on in. Oh, that's my bad. That's my bad. I didn't click done. I was typing. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I didn't click done. That's my bad. Okay, so it looks like it is still lagging with friends as well. It looks like it is not just an online thing. It looks like the AI thing specifically is different. Yo. What a bad start. Did I win the coin flip and say I wanted to go first? No, I lost the coin flip. Okay, I was about to say. Wait a second. Wait a second, what did I do there? Okay, maybe the friend stuff is working. We'll see once it passes to me if it's having issues. Arvin. It's fine. TCPI is a small company bound to have its ups and downs. Ooh, you're not wrong. So many issues with this tiny small company. I think XP Shear is good here. Because Joltik will have energy on it, and if Joltik gets knocked out, the energy gets moved. Yeah. Yeah. We got a prized Maridon. 2 bosses order prize? No, they're in my hand. Some a prized grass energy. Okay. Okay. Is Maridon... Okay, I was about to say, is Maridon broken? I swear if Maridon's broken. Alright, we're gonna bench Joltiks and Iron Hands. I don't know, actually, I feel like the XP Shear probably wasn't the pool. But I think I'll throw the XP Shear onto Maridon. Because we really don't have anything else to set up. Yeah, they just updated the game today, and now it is running exponentially slower than it should be. So the Pokemon Company took over TCG, took over the online a few years back. It used to be run by a different company, and it didn't have, it still had its bugs as any online game does, but it didn't have as many. Pokemon Company decided to bring it back in-house. I don't remember the reasoning behind it. I'm sure it had to do with money, as things tend to do. And in doing so, since the trading card game online does not bring in any revenue, this is not a game that generates revenue. They just don't put as much money into the game, you know? They don't have any reason to do anything to it because it doesn't make money. So they put forth a small allocation to actually handle the creation and stuff. And then we get a lot of issues like this where the game just doesn't work. And it's pretty upsetting. It's pretty upsetting. Yeah. Whereas, honestly, genuinely, I don't know why they haven't installed microtransactions into this game. I don't know how they haven't. The revenues from the app motivating those to buy packs for codes. Exactly, yeah. Whereas they could actually drive revenue from the app. They could turn... Microtransactions could ruin it. I agree. And that's how I'm surprised they haven't introduced them. Microtransactions in any game is awful. And more often than not hurts a game more than I think it ever helps it. But that's why I'm so surprised that they have something that they could be generating more revenue from, and they aren't choosing to. They get money from every way. I agree, but I'm still so surprised they aren't trying to get more. Like, they aren't trying to generate more. I'm okay with it, though. I don't want them to microtransaction us to hell, because I know they will. I know they will. Everyone else does. And I'm happy if the Pokemon Company decides not to. Tell me you got another rare candy in that hand. Are you gonna kill my little Joltik? Not my little guy. Okay. Let's say not my little guy Joltik. Microtransaction transaction card back. That honestly, that's what I would expect. That and like their gonna sit forever on a restart here. The my gosh, I'm blanking on it. Like the battle pass. Like that's where I want to say, like Town of Salem was trying to go, and no one cared about the microtransactions. Which is the same thing that they'll do here. I'm not trying to give Pokemon Company any ideas that I'm sure they haven't already had, but it is just surprising to me that they haven't tried to do it, you know? Because they could. I would cry. But they could. They could. As soon as this lets me, I'm going to amp you very much. As soon as it lets me. I think I just need to wait for everything to, like, light up again. Once I see, like, all the Pokemon light up that I can click on them, I think that means I can amp. Best microtransactions, pay to play, ranked token. You have to pay in order. Yes, that's what I want. That's when I say microtransactions, that's what I want. I want to have to pay to play. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. I don't think I need both of these down. I don't even think I need you down. But I feel like another Iron Hands could come in handy. I don't have a Pikachu on board yet, so let's do another Hands and another Pika. Wait for my cards to light up. And then I think I leave you the Cleffa. And then I think I kill your Pidgey. Or I kill your Charmander. Let me kill your second Charmander. Have any of you played Oblivion? The Oblivion remake? Or remaster? I don't remember what they're calling. If they're calling it a remaster or a remake. I think it's a remaster. I was playing it earlier. It looks so good. Remaster, it looks so good. I think that's correct. Because I want you to have less Charizards on the board. Because Pidgey isn't really going to do a ton of damage to me. Pidgeot, rather. Another A game you have much interest in, that's fair. Man, this is rough. This is rough, chat. This is all sorts of rough. There's also another change I might make. I don't know that Iron Leaves is really worth a lot in this deck. I mean, it is nice to have an attacker that can come out, grab 3 energy from the bench, and attack, but it only does 180. So I feel like it's not a super useful amount of damage. Because I just don't see the 180 being worth anything, but maybe I'm wrong. Because you have Blood Moon for late game, you know, 240 swing. You have Clefairy that, you know, with a full bench here, hits for 220. It just needs 2 energy. Blood Moon can do it, you know, for either 1 energy or no energy, depending on prize map. Pikachu hits for 300. Hands hits for 120 or 140 with booster, or 160 and 180 with booster for only 3 energy. So I don't know. I just don't know that it's ever going to be worth it. Yeah, I don't like the XP share being on there. If that XP share was on the other Iron Hands, that would have been beautiful. I would have loved the other XP share being on the other Iron Hands. That would have been nice. Your Charizard is about to die, and I do apologize for that. And when I say it's about to die, I mean in like 3 to 5 business days. I do mean in 3 to 5 business days, which is why I'm like, maybe drop Iron Leaves and just add a second Galvantula. Because I don't know, maybe there's a matchup that the Galvantula is important in, or I mean that the Iron Leaves is important in. But I feel like more often than not, the Galvantula does the same thing the Iron Leaves does, which I guess there's the idea that your Joltik could be dead. Clefairy doesn't do anything up in this matchup because Clefairy can only hit for 220, which doesn't take out a Charizard, so it doesn't matter. We'll get that Ultra Ball going eventually. Also, does the Power Glass work during Pokemon Checkup? No. After you attack, before Pokemon Checkup. I was gonna say, if it activates your Pokemon Checkup, that would be broken. Because if this gets knocked out, I promote them to active and then it triggers. But no, it's after you attack. It would not specify the after you attack if it happened during Pokemon Checkup. Because it's also at the end of my turn. It's not at the end of my opponent's turn. What am I... Read. It's at the end of my turn. So Pokemon Checkup doesn't matter. I've never used the Power Glass. I've seen it used in Ins decks, but I have not played an Ins deck at all. So I'm not super familiar. Where did the Power Glass even come from? Shrouded Fables? Shrouded Fable? So I've never actually used the Power Glass in anything. I don't know if it's ever been used. I mean, I'm sure it's been used. But I don't know if any, like, big meta deck has used it other than in... I do absolutely see its use case here, though. I was going to kill your Charizard, but then the game decided to lag out and not give me my Ultra Ball. But I was going to kill your Charizard. Was 1,000% gonna kill your Charizard. But then the game decided to not let me do that. Cool. That's so annoying. Yeah, so we aren't going to be doing TCG Player. We're not going to be doing TCG Live tonight. That is sad but unfortunate. But I was saying move this stream to tomorrow, but I don't know when this will be fixed. Hopefully they'll do a hot fix, you know, soon. I'm sure, like, someone is, like, they're yelling about it on the forums right now. Maintenance made the game worse. That was a post title. I'm trying to see if there's literally anyone. Extreme lag between actions. Experience the same thing. I'm struggling to find matches and ranks. Bro, same. It's actually so annoying. Okay, so hopefully they fix this pretty quickly. Hold up. Wait, is TCG Pocket also broken right now? Oh, wait, what? Did they break that too somehow? This is someone also complaining that an update happened to TCG Pocket today and messed it up. You're crazy. You broke both the games? That's wild. Wild if true. Wild if true. You about to hit me for 300 damage? I'll heal to 190. But still, that's not nothing. That's not nothing. Resolute heart. The heart is so resolute. I do need metal energy to get an attack off, though. Which looks like Yield Crispin is going to be my way to get that. Alright, let's see if Crispin wants to allow me. Maybe the game, like, Welsh just wins. Welsh just wins because the game won't work for me. I want it known, though, that I would be winning this turn. Because I would have killed your Charizard last turn. Okay, I was about to say, where'd my energy go? I was about to say, no way I lost my Ultra Ball and my Crispin. No way you're gonna rig it like that. No way you're gonna rigatoni it like that. I put the metal energy into my hand, so even if it decides to, like, time out and shuffle the electric energy back into my deck, hopefully the metal energy still goes into my hand, which is the energy that I need to get an attack off. I just need the metal energy in my hand and I can attack. Welsh will immediately be able to return fire, and there is a chance I still lose. I have an okay board state right now. Actually, the XP share on Miraidon isn't that bad, actually. The fact that I was able to just move more energy to it, like to set it up. I mean, Miraidon is not really the main attacker that we ever want to use, but for 220, 220 is not nothing. That can kill a Pheasantipity, a Mew EX, it can kill, you know, Pidgeot, it can kill anything that's weak to electric like Pidgeot, it can kill an Ogerpon. Like, there's multiple things that 220 does hit for knockout on, so it's not awful that the EXP Shear was there. It would have been better on the Iron Hands, though, because we could have set up energy onto Iron Hands with Crispin. We wouldn't have done it this way. We could have, had we taken the knockout on Charizard like we were supposed to. Pokerogue for backup content. I haven't played Pokerogue in a really long time. Yeah, sure! Yeah, sure, go ahead and attach that energy to Pikachu. That makes sense. Go ahead and attach that energy to Pikachu. Sure. Sure. Okay. Yeah. That's where I wanted the energy to be. It needs all the energy, I guess. We're fighting to get through this game. We're fighting to get through this game right now. Big yikes. Big yikes are happening here. Big yikes. I'm just waiting for my cards to light up, which will indicate I can click. Or my turn is going to time out. And I won't get to attack. But have it known. Oh. Wait, you can't see it because my face is in the way? Now I have the Wi-Fi signal telling me I'm losing connection. Which is not me. I am not losing connection. It's the client. The client is losing its mess up. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe if TCG Pocket is also having issues right now, maybe it's not the client. Maybe it is the maybe it's their servers. If TCG Pocket is also having issues right now, that's what I would guesstimate the issues actually stem from. Maybe they were also doing maintenance on their servers when they were doing this update. And it's not the client. I really just want to attack here, though. I really would like to attack. There we go. There we go. Good old Topaz bolt. But at the end of my turn, one of those energies is going to come back. At the end of my turn, one of those energies is going to come back. Bum, bum, bum. What? The game is rigged. It said, wait, actually, you did knock him out. It said, hold up. You did knock him out. That's crazy. Incredible. That's so funny, actually. I'm trying to check. No, I don't want to trade. I don't want to trade. That I promise you. I promise you that's not what I want to do. I haven't opened up TCG Pocket in a long time. In a long time. Welsh, what is happening on your side? This game is brocked. I think it might be their servers. I don't think it's the client. I think it's their servers. I think it's their servers. Which is a bit better. It would be worse if it was the game that was broken. The server, at least, hopefully is easier to fix. I don't know. What if he's listening, but in Discord he showed me the same Wi-Fi symbol? Oh. Well. Tell him I would have won. Tell him how I would have won. I think this is going to be it for us tonight, chat. I think we have tried our hardest. TCG Pocket actually seems to be working fine right now. So maybe it is just the client. I don't know. Because TCG Pocket seems to be working completely fine. Perfectly fine from Pocket. So it is definitely TCG Live. I don't know if that person's talking about saying Pocket's messed up. Man, like I said, I haven't played this game in so long. Is it good? Is this a fun game? I don't know. Is this a fun game? It probably is, right? So just to tell you all what I would have done, what I was gonna do, my Topaz Bolt was gonna go off and kill. And then next turn I was gonna hopefully be able to dig for Galvantula and kill the Charizard. You know, I would have digged with Galvantula and killed the Charizard last turn, but after I used my Ultra Ball, it decided to not let me play. Chat, I think we're gonna call it there. "5 minutes and I win by lag," someone explained. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and call it there, chat. I think we gave it the best college try that we could. Man, conceding doesn't... I was about to say conceding doesn't even work. That's wild if conceding doesn't work. Alright, chat. We... tried. We tried. I'm hoping Welsh has unmuted the stream. Because since we were 1v1ing, what happened? It lagged. It lagged out. Nothing was happening, and it tried to disconnect me like twice. So I think that's just gonna have to be where we call it tonight. Hopefully they get the game back up and running soon. Because I am really hopeful to actually get to play some more. You knocked out my Joltik. Oh, that didn't happen on my side at all. That didn't happen on my side at all. My Joltik was still chilling on my bench. I don't know what happened on your side. I was gonna kill your Charizard with Galvantula on my second turn, but my Ultra Ball did the same thing it did when I was online, and it just didn't work. That's gonna be it for me tonight, chat. Hopefully they fix the game soon, because I really want to play the game. If it does, maybe I'll come back. If somehow it fixes tonight, I might go back live. I don't know. But otherwise, I guess I'm gonna go edit what I was supposed to edit days ago. I guess that's actually my goal for tonight. Now I'm just playing TCG Pocket because I was checking to see if it was having issues, and it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be having issues. So there's that. All right, chat. Have a good night. Thanks for swinging through. Open some packs. Like I said, I haven't turned on this game in so long. Next stream is gonna be Saturday, maybe. I don't know. Keep an eye on the Discord. I apologize for the letdown. I feel let down myself. Goodbye.